Hello, all you beautiful independent consultants. Thank you for joining us today on this very special call series with many national vice presidents for the purpose of giving back, which is what we are all about. And our hearts go out to all of you in Australia with all of the fires and the recovery that is a huge undertaking to come. So thank you for investing in yourselves by investing in giving back as well. So I'm for those of you who don't know me, my name is Linda Loveless. I'm an executive national vice president, independent consultant with Arbonne, and so thrilled about where we are and our future. I've been with Arbonne for 25 years, and I love Arbonne. Just came back from an incredible Maui trip, and that was my 18th trip to Maui as a national vice president. And I am just so excited about everything that's rolling out. And we're celebrating our 40 years in Arbonne, and we've been flourishing for 40 years, and we haven't seen anything yet. So I'm so excited that you're all here and you're all a part of that. And I'm going to be sharing a little bit about my training today is going to be on energy intelligence, because that's my passion. And a sign of a good leader is not how many followers you have, but how many leaders you create. That's a quote by Mahatma Gandhi. So what is the purpose of a team? What does the team collectively want to grow towards? Does your team have a common goal, a common vision that generates movement? James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, if you haven't read that, it's an incredible book, quotes, "New goals don't deliver new results. New lifestyles do. And a lifestyle is not an outcome, it is a process. For this reason, all of your energy should go into building better rituals, not chasing better results. That's why our 30 days is not just 30 days, it's a lifestyle." I believe the purpose of a leader is to maximize the energy alignment of each person on our team. So how do we do that? What does that look like? I love this story of the sunflower, that a sunflower chases the light, chases the sun. So you see sunflowers, beautiful sunflowers looking up to the sun. But when it's cloudy, do you know what they do? They turn toward each other. They share their energy. That's pretty cool. So what is energy? Think about a time when you were at your best at work and describe how you felt in that moment. Did you feel excited, energized, inspired, empowered, in the zone, in the flow? A great question that I like to ask myself is, what if I got real clear and solidly stood in my confidence? What would that do for my business? What would that do for me personally? How effective would I be coaching or guiding a leader on my team to see their greatness? There is a psychological state that I'm sure all of you have experienced called flow. You know, when athletes, are in the flow, or when time flies, or time feels like it's standing still. Have you ever said something like, "I would do this whether I got paid to do it or not"? I have. When we are in the zone, we do better work. Don't you agree? In fact, statistics show that finding flow at work, we get 5 times more done, 20% more time in the zone, 20 times more productivity, and 9 satisfied people to 4 inspired people to get the work done. So, what is the definition of strengths? For most people, when they hear the word strengths, they instantly think of the things that they can do well, what they're competent at doing, their abilities, their skills. this is really an insufficient definition because you can be very good at activities that suck the life out of you. Those things that drain your energy and never lead to sustainable excellence. So what I want you to embrace is the strengths approach that focuses on the activities that energize you, intrinsically motivate you, and move you forward. So these activities are the natural, renewable source of your personal energy. They also reflect the things that are important to you. Describe the activities that make you feel at your most powerful and alive and show you the ingredients of a best day for you. So when I started my business, I didn't do parties. I didn't go to parties. To me, that meant spending money that I didn't have. When I started my business, my big why was to put food on the table for my family. Thank goodness I naturally discovered where I was at my best with doing one-on-ones, connecting with people, inviting people over, having them experience the products one-on-one. I naturally pulled through my strengths, which is relationship building, in my enthusiasm, which is my belief system, and my optimism, which built my self-confidence, and then into developing others and then leading. So I found myself in the flow. It energized me, so I did more of those things and found myself being invited by our incredible past president, Rita Davenport, to train on stage in Long Beach in front of 1,000 consultants. That was out of my comfort zone. But flow is a psychological and physiological term that we see in many places, such as sports, like Michael Jordan, or music, like Celine Dion or Beyonce, and in movies. So let's talk about energy intelligence. What is it? Understanding an individual in what motivates and moves us, to understand the why of ourselves and how to interact with the world around us. So here's a simple recipe for flow. Your skills and talents, plus more energizing activities, less, fewer derailing activities. So what are derailing activities? You're underusing your strengths, or using your strengths too much, which is called overdrive. And you can go into overdrive in your strengths that can throw you into a drainer, which I have experienced. And you can't outsource overdrive. You have to learn to manage it. So my example, empathy is one of my strongest strengths. And I found myself in overdrive, trying to fix it in detail orientation in the task areas, overthinking, critical thinking, trying to give my team what I thought they needed and wanted from me, trying to be somebody I wasn't. When I remembered who I was at my highest and best, I was able to pull myself back through my emotional control, which brought me back to my optimism and self-confidence. And your energy precedes behavior. It's what moves us. So remembering who I was instead of trying to be who I wasn't. So I challenge you, this is a great challenge, is to keep an energy journal for a couple of weeks. Track what makes you feel alive, lights you up, versus what makes you go dim. Our default is to push through that or procrastinate. So when you find yourself in overdrive, focus on your strengths. Focus on what energizes you to get out of a weakness or a drainer. And a great way to think about a drainer is to think about on your phone, open apps on your cell phone and how they can drain our batteries if we don't close them out. There are some activities that recharge you while you're in motion. What are those? What are the draining activities? Write them in your journal and start seeing a pattern. So, I remember John Maxwell speaking at one of our trainings, our global trainings, and he asked the question, um, why are we trying to strengthen our weaknesses? Why aren't we strengthening our strengths? And that just resonated with me, and that was a long time ago. So focusing on what energizes you, what truly, it's truly who you are and how you're wired. So what new rituals can you put into the way we work to help us practice an energy-based language? So what rituals might be easy for your team to adopt? When I'm coaching my team and they've taken themselves the best player out of the game, my job is to guide them back to their highest and best by reminding them of who they are and how they're wired. And I ask them to tell me when they were at their best last. I ask this question when I'm meeting with prospects as well. It helps me see what lights them up so that I can help guide them. It tells me if they are people energized or task energized so that I can get them started at their highest and best to experience positive results right away. And that is going to create retention. So it creates the path of possibility rather than a path of limitation. And a path of limitation can lead to helplessness. So here are some great questions to ask yourselves. Is what I'm doing my highest and best contribution? If not, how can I make this the last time that I do this? That's a great question. Is it moving me closer or further away to where I'm headed? How clear are you on what your highest and best contribution to your team is? What are the specific activities that make you feel energized and at your best, and that you can deliver with constant excellence? What are the things only you can do with your unique strengths and energizers? Where can your team fill in the gaps so that they feel valued at their highest and best? What are your favorite things to do when you're doing your Arbonne business? Which of those things also create huge value for your team or your organization? So think about this. The spark that ignites the universe revolves around energy. You and your organization should too. So let's start with gratitude. That puts us in a state of being our best. I've heard Cecilia Stoll say, know when to let people go. Believe what people show you, not what they do. Go where the fire is. Work with the living, not the dead. Match their efforts. You can't help a person go to a level that you're not at. Make a decision. What do you want? Carry your goals around with you. So desire is the fuel. It's the vision tied to the emotion is the fuel. So, are you feeling it on a daily basis? Is that moving you forward? So leaders keep showing up. Showing up is a habit. Become the silent storm in your business. Keep producing. Be the evidence. Sponsor personally. We are influencing people every day. Choose that one thing, energy. Set yourself on fire every day. So I asked the question, what does flourish mean to you? Arbonne has been flourishing for 40 years. And before clean vegan skincare was a well-known thing, Peter Morick, our visionary, believed that most chemicals used in skincare were not beneficial. The concept for what would become his legacy was born. In 1980, Peter brought his idea to the United States and found a home in California. And this company specialized in botanically based skincare with higher ingredient standards and was named Arbonne after the name of a village in Switzerland that means beautiful tree. The bond between humans and nature is the essence of Arbonne. Now part of the Group Rocher family, this vision has grown to include a holistic philosophy for total wellness and is carried on through our passionate community of consultants. So Petter's quote back in the day, when he dreamt of Arbonne, "I wanted it to be a place where people could flourish." So when these trainings air, you will have learned that we are now a certified B corporation. This is a big deal. Arbonne is proud to be recognized as a B Corp. Our transparent business practices ensure that we empower people to flourish and help create a sustainable planet for the future. How cool is that? And our mission from our CEO, Jean David, we believe we can affect real change by offering better product choices that won't harm you or the planet. Our plans for the future include increased sustainability and a continued practice of transparency, further establishing Arbonne as an industry leader in clean, healthy living with a wellness approach that focuses on the whole person and the environment. Everything is lining up, which is goosebump, which is so exciting. And Stian Morik, the son of Arbonne's founder, Petter Morik, says, "I am so proud of how far that we have come and excited to see how much more we will do with my father's legacy of kindness and his love for people and the planet that lives on through our passionate community and each product that we make." We're all a part of this. How cool is this? We are healthy living to improve mind, body, and skin. We believe in a holistic approach to beauty, health, and well-being, focusing on the whole person to help them flourish inside and out. So we have just entered a new year and a new decade. It's a great time to restart, refresh, renew, and ask, how will I flourish in 2020 and beyond? And Arbonne's values are empowerment, transparency, and sustainability. And I love this quote by Tim Tebow that I saw recently. "The goal is not to be rich, famous, or powerful. The goal is to impact as many people as possible for something good or something right." You can really feel the energy around the mind, body, spirit, the mind, body, skin that Arbonne is embracing and the world is embracing at the same time. So we are all in the right place at the right time for the right reasons. So let's just focus on that. What energy are you bringing? And we know energy is contagious. People can feel the energy before you even open your mouth. And so let's share this incredible energy and just keep changing the world one person at a time through what we have with this vehicle called Arbonne. Thank you all so much. Love you.